Hello, I'm back. It's I am so sorry, but it's 7:33 p.m. Usually I turn on my phone. Click on the record button and then look at what time it is. So I am so sorry that it's 7:33 p.m. I try to deliberately and on purpose, avoid certain numbers, because of that Masonic 33. So this wasn't on purpose, but oh well. But anyway, so I got everything that I needed that I could think of from Amazon. So Friday I got the MP3 players. Yesterday I got this right here. Whoa. This pine needle liquid herbal extract. So I'm not gonna say why. I can't say why on here. Why somebody recommended it to me. But anyway, so I'm feeling like a little bit better after venting and just getting it all out and expressing my feelings and stuff. So I'm feeling a little better emotionally. And so I also had this. Whoa. Wait, let me see if I can get in better light. This right here. Well, I got this just to stay on the safe side. But the perps won't understand and they won't care. But I got this just to stay on the safe side. Even if I don't have use for it, at least others could have use for it during the time of, our food. They got famine that's coming up, with the food shortages. And I get spooked every day of people warning about the food shortages and saying, get prepared now, take your money out of the banks. But, they make it like as if it's gonna happen tomorrow. They have you that frightened, scared that it might happen tomorrow. So I don't know where we're gonna be in the month of May or something like that. So, people saying get prepared and everything like that, So I didn't take a shower yet, but I'm about to go take one. I don't know if I'll take a bath or a shower. But I got frustrated spending several hours on trying to, do a low content book for targeted individuals, but it's like I got frustrated after a while because it seemed like as if I was lost and didn't know what the hell I was doing. And I was determined to try to work on it for hours, and then I just gave up. But, maybe I might try to tackle it, or maybe look at some tutorials another time. But when I did my ebooks, everything was so simple and easy. But they make it like the low content books is simple and easy and quick and stuff. But that was the main challenge was trying to edit and design a doggone book cover. So that was the hard part. So I guess that's one thing. I guess it ain't for me. So with my disability, I have difficulty with learning certain things too. I'm not saying I'm mentally slow or anything, But I have certain challenges. I mean, I have a bachelor's degree, but some people think, oh, because you got a bachelor's degree, you ought to be able to understand anything, and just insensitive about it. But I have a disability, more than one disability, and certain limitations, and so I'm just gonna have to find something different. But anyway, I figure if I did a video first and then go take a shower or a bath, I'm probably gonna take a bath. Then that would give me. I guess it would give more time to it'll give some time for me to get a head start on getting the video uploaded earlier or sooner. So, I've been just me calling myself, stressing out over the opinions of my enemies. Or these, and you feel more gaslit when they are, when you can't tell whether when the lines are blurred and you can't tell whether they're a TI or a perp. Or, and that's more mind-boggling. And so, I've been, certain professed targeted individuals who I had issues with like a year or two ago. It's like I have fear of not knowing how they would react if I were to try to go make a truce with them. But then again, if you show that you are a total perp, then, I'm leaving you alone. but this is for, I'm talking about somebody who's sincerely targeted, and we had like a misunderstanding, or they took me the wrong way, or I might have taken them the wrong way, or something like that, But it's like I'm scared that even after over a year or two, that if I try to contact them again, they might still block me if they still believe the false rumor that Candy's a perp, in which it's the other way around. I'm the doggone target. But then after not contacting somebody for over, you can go 2 months without contacting another target. And then next thing you know, something strange about them changed. And then if they perp you so hard, it's like no way in hell. Their actions show, like if they were targeted 2 months ago, and then their actions show that, like everything they do and say screams perp, like as if they sold out. So, the ones who I got my confirmation that they became a perp, then, the ones, TIs who flip and become perps, or the ones who've been faking from the beginning, those are the ones who get the most respect. And they're popular and well-liked. But you're not allowed to name names or expose who the sellouts are. That's wrong for throwing people under the bus. But people can smear me day in and day out. They can smear me all day long. Smear campaigns, lies, and false rumors. So, even with the biological family, if people would try to make like, well, you're wrong for throwing your biological family under the bus, or you're wrong for, bad mouthing your foster mom. But what's the difference between, I'm wrong for speaking the truth about my experiences, about what they did to me. But they smeared me out in society, for years. And the only person I had to talk to was paying a therapist, a mental health therapist, to talk to them, just for them to victim blame me and not listen to me. To pay for so-called therapy and then be oppressed, abused even more, and ignored. So, I felt like that was a scam that was taking the little money that I had. So, what's the difference between the biological sister Ramona smear campaigning me to extended family members, or me calling her out on the internet for doing stuff like running to strangers' funerals and laughing and talking bad about how they looked in the casket, or her being a gambling addict, which is stuff is true. But if I mean, people on the internet, they don't really know who she is, or they don't really have to interact with her anyway. But nobody believes anything I say anyway. Narcissistic abusers always feel like, well, I don't believe anything that comes out of Candy's mouth. Everything she says is a lie, or everything she says is crazy talk. So, everything y'all say is a lie or crazy talk. Nah, I mean, my YouTube videos wouldn't have been shut down if that was the case. And it's like, I'm highly ignored on Twitter. And I don't know if all these followers on Twitter, if I have over 500 followers and I'm following over 500 people, I don't even know, and it happened like that on my other account too, the other Twitter from a couple of years ago. And it's like, well, everybody else stuff gets retweeted. Why people pretend to fake like my tweets, but they retweet everybody else's stuff. But I don't even know if they do be retweeting some of my stuff. And if they do retweet it, but the hackers, but the gang stalking won't let them, or if they really, don't want to spread the word to show any support towards me. But I'm always supporting and retweeting everybody's stuff, But as I said, people handpick who to love, care about, and support, and everything. And it's like they're determined to make sure that I'm the outcast. Excuse me. So I'm it's like, yeah, because I'm wondering why, if I just about, like, I very seldom get retweets, or I might go almost a whole day, and if I'm tweeting out something and it's like I'm being like ignored by everybody. And even back in 2010, and also in when I was on Facebook, even in 2020 and 2010, it's like as if I would have like 1,200 Facebook friends, but ignored by everybody. So but it's like, oh man, I'm sorry, my neck. But it's like me feeling just so lonesome, and having really nobody to communicate with. But, I would like to communicate with other Christians. But it's like nobody's a real Christian nowadays, and there's too many self-righteous religious narcs who are just out to tear you down and kick you down. And they don't really give any encouragement. Or if they are nice and supportive, it doesn't really last that long. But, I'm trying what I could to make my voice heard. And, but it's like, it's a big struggle. It's like people want to people claim, even people who claim to know the truth, they claim to know the truth and be awakened to the truth, but they still have hardened hearts or cold hearts. They have cold hearts. And so it's like, even a clique of people who claim to know the truth and be against the New World Order, they make sure I'm excluded from them too. And so, I can't even, and people will try to make like I'm the worst, just the worst human being ever. I'm just, it's like the actual people who go out and actually do wrong in society. It's like, if they can commit heinous crimes and be forgiven all over again and be, well respected. But, y'all think that I'm doing something wrong by trying to get a job or trying to better myself. But it's like, I'm just trying to find ways to get out of my situation. And, I'm just mind boggled trying to figure out why people are the way they are and why, the world operates the way it does. And, so, but it seems like everything that's available, there's always this roadblock or this hurdle that's preventing me from, achieving that goal. I could have been doing a work from home job in this motel, but you want to know what's stopping me? The rule that they want hardwired internet and the Ethernet cord and all that. And then certain skills that I just can't master due to my disability. And so I'm still feeling the effects of the sleep deprivation. I've been feeling weird all day. And so I apologize if I'm kind of mentally off right now at the moment, but those gardening seeds is food, if they can help other people. But I have some more gardening seeds, but they're at least 2 years old, but because I don't have a permanent residence, that's why I can't plant them. What do I look like planting stuff inside this motel room and then I have to leave everything behind and then go back on the streets? I hope I wouldn't have to, but it's like narcissistic abusers who, when they try to control me and stuff, and when I say that, you hurt my feelings and stuff, and then they'll get mad and say that you burned your bridges. They tell me I burned my bridges and say, oh, that's why nobody want to help you. But, they make like, they talk to me in they might donate me, $50 and then talk to me in a condescending way and try to make me feel stupid and inferior. And then, they're coercive and pushy and abusive. Every once in a while I'll get somebody that's like that. Not everybody. Don't take it. I'm not saying everybody. But I'm just saying every once in a while you might, I might come across somebody that's like that. And it's like, I shouldn't have to be obligated to take verbal, psychological, or mental, or you using the Bible to abuse me just because you donated me $50. And then they'll try to make it like, oh, you burned your bridges from people who are trying to help you. Well, how am I supposed to tolerate you saying, stop acting like a little bitch, or stop acting like a little punk and stand up and fight? Or they're abusive in other ways, like if you donated me money, but then you turn around and you defending, not everybody, but I'm just saying every once in a while get somebody like that, defending and agreeing with the perps in the situation that I had. This guy he's supposed to be targeted, but I had to cut off contact with him because when I had the feud with the John guy at the last job, he's supposed to be targeted, but he defended and agreed with Mr. John. So, and then he had been like controlling and abusive in other situations too. And, trying to just make me feel like just a dumb child. And then he's younger than me. So, I really can't tolerate, I'm emotionally very sensitive. So for you to defend and agree with the perps and act like you can't see my point of view and we're both supposed to be targeted makes me question whose side you on, But it's like, but I even wrote a blog post talking about that within the past couple of weeks recently. A thank you letter for the people who have donated. Thank you so much. But basically, if you donated with, no strings attached, then, and you wanted to be supportive and help me out, and you got a good heart and a big heart, and that's in your nature, then, I really appreciate that. But the ones who be like, donate me $10 and then act like as if because you donated that to me, then you say, okay, they'd be like, okay, so, that's when they start showing their true colors as a perp. Not somebody who was actually like a target, but, they have had some fake TI perps who think that they can benefit, got some benefit, to, see, look, brighting. So, trying to distract me on purpose. So, dang. So I went into the bathroom. Cause that's gonna run up my that's gonna run up my my storage space on my phone. What the hell are you doing? Yeah, that's the blue truck, demon. So you're just sitting in your truck. He's just sitting in his truck, brighting his lights with the dog for nothing. Yeah, as I said, he act like as if he's trying to deliberately set me up to get kicked out of here. Or see, look, now he turns it off after I exposed him. So like damn, and y'all saw how bright he had those lights. It's pretty much almost like having a light on in here, so I won't be able to talk on this video for as long. So, I do not care. But anyway, trying to distract me on purpose. And he had that dog in the truck with him. The dog that he worships. I think that dog, I don't know if it's that dog, probably has fleas. So, and then when I walked outside, he pretended to have his head down. So anyway, I was trying to say that, if you see somebody on YouTube with no videos and maybe like 4 subscribers, and they, try to lie and gain your trust and be like, well, hey, I'm a TI too. And they might be like, well, hey, I'm a Target too. I'm a TI also. And so then after that, they'll start being nice and supportive and commenting. And then the site game that they will play is to, donate me like $10 and then, gain my trust and then, act like they want to exchange emails and exchange phone numbers. And then we go talking on the phone for a while. And or even the first conversation, one of the first things they do is jump on the phone and be like, Candy, I really think you should delete all your videos because you look like a fool or you look crazy. You look crazy, you're making TI community look bad and stuff. And so then I block them like, wow, you a damn perp. And so then they go make the false smear campaign lying and saying, well, Candy's not loyal and she's she's not loyal and she's not a good friend and she's a backstabber and she's a traitor. I donated her money and stuff like that. And so then they get people, but it's all what they do. The games that they play is all staged. But I'm not saying that everybody who donates does this. I'm just saying occasionally I would have had somebody do that to me. And then they play like they're the innocent hurt victim. Like I'm the one who did them, so dirty and so wrong. And then they're like, don't help Candy, don't give her. And then they get flying monkeys to and it's like another form of bullying. But they feel like, $10 is not a lot of money. So they figure it's, they feel like they ain't going to feel hurt about $10. But, that's like, it's like the same kind of mind games that the kids used to play with me in elementary school when they would, without my knowledge, spit in the food. And if I would have known that they spit in the food, then I wouldn't have accepted it. But they spit in the food without my knowledge in elementary school. And then I eat it. And then the other kids, they sit around and see me devour, because I was on Prozac. And that was the beginning of the time when people used to be like, well, hey, Candy, here, you want my pizza? Because I don't want my pizza. And the kids will be willing to sacrifice their slice of pizza for lunch. Just to, you're willing to starve yourself for a meal just to make me out to be greedy. And people didn't start to call me greedy until I was taking Prozac. And this was before that other situation happened, but I was on those psych medications. And so, here, Candy, you want my pizza? Or you want my burrito? Oh yeah, I'll take it. And then I eat it, and then they wait till after, be like, ew, he spit in it. So, I've heard about perps doing way work as adults. I heard about perps doing ways. Oh, right after I talk about this, they just all of a sudden, I think they hit me with direct energy weapons to try to make my stomach hurt. Bastards. It's like my upper stomach is hurting just now, right as I was talking about it. So, the perp pulled off. So yeah, see, he's gone now. So as I said, This perp right here, who gonna tell him don't get a car? Or you shouldn't have that truck? When you performing all kinds of harassment techniques in that truck. And the truck is kind of new. But people want to say, oh, you shouldn't get a car, or you shouldn't have a new car. Or if it's either they'll say I shouldn't have a car, or they'll say I shouldn't have a new one. But anyway, I'm so sorry that I'm random and just all over the place because I'm sleep deprived, and so my mind is not coordinated. So forgive me. And the perps will throw that in my face too, talking about, oh, you got all these super long ass videos, but you can't even stay on topic. But if you have a problem with it, then why are you watching? And then you thumb everything down. So anyway, but I was just trying to say that that's the same kind of mind game that they would play. But I was trying to say that as adults, even skinny targeted individuals, their food, they have some stuff happen to their food. I'm not even going to go into detail, but if you're a fellow TI watching this, in which seldom any other, hardly any, I don't have that many fellow TIs watching my videos. The majority of the people who watch my videos and they thumb them down are those obsessed demonic perps. I have very few fellow supportive TIs who's targeted also. So I'm just, explaining the doggone mind games, that the perps play, or the ones that's pretending to be targeted. And then the perps pretending to be targeted, it's like they get more credit for being a real TI than I do. And then I get the attacked and bullied and called the fake target. And then people who's supposed to be targeted, fellow TIs, they join in on a bullying campaign. It's like, well, if you workplace mobbed and bullied, why are you, and you bullied and targeted, why are you bullying me online? Why don't you sympathize or empathize that if we're in the same program, why are you doing it? Why are you participating in bullying me if you're targeted also? Or you make it like as if I don't deserve to eat, or I deserve to be just punished from society, or I don't deserve to work. And it's like professed targeted individuals, they don't even fight harder. They don't even try to fight harder to get along, or to try to stick together. And it's like there are so many ways, so many reasons to try to debunk this fake 144,000 cult. Because then people try to make it like Candy is a counterfeit chosen one, or Candy's not a real target, or that Candy is not part of 144,000, or Candy's not chosen. Well, your narrative changed about me after I found out you were a perp. But at first you love bombed me and try to make it like I see a lot of light in you, and you're, I can tell you God's chosen. And now I'm just made to feel like my every move is the worst behavior ever. And people be like, that's why don't nobody want to F with you and stuff like that, So, I guess y'all can tell I'm quote unquote lonely and bored and ain't got no company, or really nobody will listen to me. But I want to say, how is all targeted individuals part of 144,000 or God's chosen? If a lot of targets, some of them say that they don't even believe in God. They say that they don't even believe in God, or they might promote Satanism, or, the occult, witchcraft. Some of them, fake TI perps or closet Freemasons. And, they do the most damage. So anyway, shame on me that, I ate the last of those donuts today. The last 3 donuts and some milk for breakfast. And then those powdered donuts. I'm like, wow, I probably won't buy those again because I haven't eaten donuts much. I don't eat donuts that much anymore. And I don't even like cake. I don't like cake donuts and I don't like powdered donuts. But you know, the biological brother Sean used to eat a lot of donuts, and I did too back then. That was almost a daily thing. And so now, like for lunch, I had this kind of prepackaged little small container of rice and tuna, and I had some canned beans with it, like some canned pork and beans. Ooh, that vibrated my body. I had some canned pork and beans. And and so then for dinner, I felt like, and shame on me, I had a little ice cream bar. And so I had, just feeling so depressed, and trying to cope and make myself feel better. And then for dinner, I had leftover that yellow rice and the leftover collard greens from the can. And then I had some of the grilled chicken. So it's like, well, I better eat something extremely low fat for extremely low fat for dinner because for the see that's him, there he goes again. He left and then came back. He's doing this on evil shit on purpose. Yeah, see, when I start to walk towards the door, and now he turns the lights off. So, as I said, it seems like he's trying to look for slick and covert ways to try to get me kicked out of here. Or, and then it's like some other light is on now. Can y'all see? Wait. Dummy. But anyway. So, my day didn't really go as planned with me trying to work on that so-called book that didn't work out. I don't even know if it was so stressful. I think I might just forget about it for good. But it's getting a little later. It's now 8:10 p.m. It's 8:10 and I can't go no more. I got to take a doggone bath or a shower because I feel too dirty. But I, been suffering depression. I didn't get to clean up in here today. And I haven't cleaned up in here. But, I need to really clean up in here. Usually the normal Candy Grandpre is, a very clean person. But, I've been bogged down and feeling depressed and stressed out and everything. And so, I cleaned out the toilet a few times, but I need to sweep and mop the floor and, just clean up in here, pretty much, But it's like I cleaned up the day I got here. I cleaned out the toilet and the tub and the sink, pretty much. So I wish I would, can go take walks and stuff like that, like I used to. But me feeling hyper vigilant about the gang stalking, and then them perping me even more. And then, me being scared of them trying to run over me with their cars and stuff like that. Those are the people who shouldn't be driving. Those are the people who shouldn't have a car. The ones who break the law with their vehicles. And y'all see that. And then you still, people targeting traffic and try to murder me. And then y'all still sit there making like Candy's the worst, the vilest friend you could ever have. Or Candy ain't no good. So, I'm just running my doggone mouth. I know. But it's like, I know the perps are sitting here watching this it's their, them watching me. It's like their entertainment. So it's like when I was in my senior year in high school, they had this girl. She was about my age too. Her name was Latasha Evans, I think her last name was. And she was, low class and ignorant and ghetto and act like she delusionally believes she's a thug. But, I guess she was considered Louisiana Creole because she was the complexion of white people. But she used to bully, harass, and laugh at me and stuff like that. And her mom it's like her and her brothers and her mom, they were all narcissistic perps. And so at the Boys and Girls Club, they played all kinds of mind games. But that girl Latasha, what she did was she used to one time she straight up told me to my, like, in front of my face, ignorantly laughed and said that, to make fun of me and laugh at me is, her source of entertainment. That I'm her chief source of entertainment. But I didn't know about gang stalking or narcissistic abuse at that time. But, I've been hearing throughout the years that some people want to say that I'm mentally slow, off, and retarded and everything, despite having a college degree. But then some people say that they're jealous of you and they're threatened by your light, or they're threatened by your glow, or they're threatened by your intelligence. And it's like, it's like if you have, you driving around in brand new 2022 luxury vehicles that, somebody gave you as a gift. Something I wish I could have, even if I worked for it. But you still have a way to be jealous of somebody and envious and constantly hardcore stalking and watching my every move when you're rich and high class. And you're stalking and watching my every move. And I am in deep poverty. As I said, as a child, my yearly salary as a child was like less than $140 a year in junior high and high school. Pretty much, that allowance from the fake foster family. No, I'm sorry, hold up. $240, because it's like $20 a month. Yeah, $240 a year was my salary in foster care. But being on Social Security and SSI, even trying to work, I've gone many years of my adulthood life to not even see $9,000, maybe between $9,000 and $10,000 a year from Social Security and SSI. I will never get to see that $50,000 that you've worked for. They even blocked me from all these opportunities. So, I keep on saying that, if I weren't blacklisted or targeted, I wouldn't be in predicaments where I have to beg and panhandle. But I have ebooks written out. That's work. And I have tried with that. And, people want to say, about a smear campaign to the point so bad that nobody wants to associate with me. So they even ignore or don't even acknowledge my ebooks. Or they'll make it like as if being a professed targeted individual, they make it like as if they don't trust clicking on any links because they might feel like, oh, well, you got a virus, so I don't. But it's a Blogspot blog, or it's a link to Amazon, a legit link to my ebooks or whatever, or, a legit link to my Twitter. So, I have zero skill in hacking, and I never even try to research how to hack. And I'm not even interested. I don't even think every day on how to hack somebody. I just try to fight to live my life every day and fight for, my freedom and rights and my independence and trying to get stabilized and back on my feet. When I had Section 8, I was still getting almost no jobs, and a couple of jobs here and there, and a couple that I did get being mobbed off the job. And then, me having a bachelor's degree and be told to be grateful for that, minimum wage part-time dishwashing job, while you have a high-class executive CEO position. And then they want to, pretend to throw God in and be like, count your blessings and stuff like that. Or they manipulate and twist the Bible scripture with, be content with what you have. Well, what makes you think that you're so worthy to bust your ass and work to get that high CEO position then? But I have a bachelor's, and then you want to tell me, swallow your pride or stop being so arrogant. But what if you had that CEO position stripped from you and you ended up in my predicament? You probably would be complaining too. But it's easy for you to tell me, humble yourself and be grateful, because you don't know what it's like to be, frustrated with being on the streets in the outside in the tornadoes. And then the perps expect me to be grateful for a motel room that has a wall-mounted air conditioner. It has a wall-mounted air conditioner that was taken out of that hotel room at the Red Roof Inn. And when I showed and exposed that, the online perps pretended to fake freak out and tell me I should be grateful. It was doggone hurricane weather around that time. What do you mean, be grateful? And then that wasn't safe. So, I mean, it's they know what they're doing. As I said, everything they're doing, they're just showing me that they don't want me to live. They just want me, they act like as if they want me to just, like as if they can't wait for me to be wiped off the face of this earth. As I said, what makes you think you're worthy, and you hide behind the Bible, what makes you think you're worthy to deserve all these treats in life? But I deserve to be punished with being grateful for crumbs. But then you turn around and tell everybody else, don't settle for less. And you're more, or know your worth, know your self-worth and stuff. And you build them up by telling them don't settle for less, and for other people to be like, know your self-worth. But when it comes to me, just be grateful for that, 3-day-old pork chop. That a pork chop. I mean, you want me to thank God and be grateful for a 3-day-old half-cooked pork chop that's been sitting out for 3 days and got some mold on it and can make me sick? You want me to be thankful and grateful for that? And then they'll say, well, be grateful and thankful to the Lord for good and bad. But if I cuss you out, you ain't going to be thankful for that. Oh, there goes the smear campaign. So, I'm this is my doggone venting and punching bag. I mean, at first I didn't think I was going to have the video to be this long. And then, I thought the video was going to be like 20 or 30 minutes because I had more to say than I thought I did. But then he started harassing me. And so now that triggered me to, I guess, go off on a tangent, I guess, But as I said, if people weren't turned against me, or if I wasn't forced into total isolation and my ebooks and stuff, more people would have been buying and supporting my ebooks, or more people would have been supporting my short stories and stuff. But then if I buying somebody's ebook, and then I'd be like, well, hey, Mr. Tim, I bought your your vegetable gardening ebook. And then his response is to just ignore me. I'm like, well, wow, this is the thanks I get. I tried to, I tried to pay it forward. I'm just using that as an example. But, I try in certain ways to, um, like certain people saying thank you for your videos because your videos is helping people. And some people say, well, thank you for your ebooks because your ebooks is helping people. So, but then, I'm just tired of this false, people try to make it like Candy's just, that I am a counterfeit. That I'm a counterfeit of what's good. And the fake T.I. perps try to make it like Candy is a wolf in sheep's clothing. When it's actually they're using projection. So, I didn't mean for, at first I wasn't all that mad. And I didn't mean for this to be another angry rant video, but, as I said, that fake neighbor, he triggered me. It's like, if they say that targeted individuals, they don't want the targeted individuals to have anything. And then targeted individuals make it like you're supposed to live like that. That we're supposed to live with our rights deprived rather than fighting for our rights. And, if people say, well, stop being a little punk and stand up and fight, but then when I fight, then they say, look at you, you look like a fool, you look like a crazy person chasing after them cars. No, I'm sitting here trying to show y'all the one headlight because people keep trying to discredit me, saying Candy's a counterfeit T.I., Candy's a fake target. And I'm sitting here fighting every day to convince people, and people still, they're still purposely, deliberately, blind themselves, or even other professed targets making like I'm the worst person in the world, or I'm a bad person, I'm not, or that Candy's not a nice person, or Candy's not a good person, and everything like that, and it's just so much confusion and chaos and stuff. Sometimes it seems like it's better to be alone, but then at the same time, feeling like you need to feel validated, so you won't feel, all this mind fuck and gaslighting going on. You feel like you need a second or a third opinion, to validate, so you can, have some closure and feel a little better, So, I need to better myself. I know I never said I was the best person. I just slipped this, I said a curse word just now. But they have people, my point is they have people who done way worse than me, who are treated in society that they're more deserving of treats in life. And another thing I wanted to say was, I got shunned for spending, it was under $30, actually under $28. I said it was like $27 or something total with tax and everything. The dinner that I treated myself to the other day. And I'm sitting here looking at everybody who got their tax refund. I'm getting shunned and condemned for $27 for, for a decent meal. Congratulating myself for, my tax refund and a job well done, and still fighting to continue to keep my job and work despite the workplace mobbing, but they eventually mobbed me off. But hey, I tried. And so I'm sitting here wondering, why aren't these people being condemned or criminalized, that they can take lavish vacations to certain hotels and resorts and indoor water parks with their tax refund or spring break? Who's gonna condemn them? No, they're living their doggone life. But I work for this doggone money. Only it's under $30 for one meal. I don't even eat like that every day. I don't eat like that all the time, or nothing like that. It's, it's under $30, and I work for that money, and you still got something to say about that. I got my ebooks, and you still want to say Candy's on her scamming and begging and complaining and everything like that. You know, other targeted individuals, you know, they talk about the targeted experiences and say that they need help to get out of their situation also. But it's not looked at as scamming, begging, and complaining and defrauding and extorting people. And it's making me pretty much, the fact that I can't even get any other TIs on my side, it's like making me feel like I almost want to give up hope. You know, and as I said, the perps are sitting there because they're the ones who, the masterminds behind why the majority of TIs have turned against me. So they're sitting, they think they have the upper hand, that they're sitting back laughing. They're behind their phones or computers laughing at me, quote unquote, sounding crazy and schizophrenic. And the foster mom herself used to perp me and do the same doggone thing. Used to do the same thing to, you know, try to perp me. And, you know, she would record me on purpose to give false proof of how crazy I sound. Like, she would pick an argument with me on purpose and then start filming and recording me to give false proof of how crazy I sound. And then, you know, make threats to send it to the social workers and psychiatrists to give more false, you know. I mean, to smear campaign me as a schizophrenic person, a schizophrenic crazy person. And you know, and trying to call me actually mentally ill. And they try to make it like as if I'm morally sick. Like as if I'm sick in the head. And then they try to make it like as if, you know, like as if I burn my bridges from society, and that, you know, that I'm irredeemable, and that, you know, I'm just a throwaway, and that there's no hope. Like, they're making it like as if I'm the one who's reprobate that can't be. They're making it like as if I'm so far gone to be reprobate that I can't even be psychologically and mentally rehabilitated. But if you feel that way, why do you still keep fighting to control me then? Why don't you just leave me alone if you feel that way? But they have not given up. But, you know, as I said, I mean, why don't you go after, you know, your presidents and stuff? They're the pedos. Like, I hear on Twitter all the time about Hunter Biden's laptop. Or you hear about what happened on Epstein Island. Or you hear about Hillary Clinton and the Pizzagate and Pedogate. You hear about all them. Who's taking their rights away? They're the vile criminals. I'm just a simpleton in a no doggone body, and I don't go around hurting people. I'm just, you know, pleading for people to believe me about my, you know, my abuse, and I have a right to talk about it, and no, I don't have nerve. I'm just pleading for people to take me seriously and listen to me. I'm tired of being ignored. And I'm crying out for support, and crying out for help, and people making like, oh, you're that horrible of a person. You know, you don't deserve any help. You know, now I don't deserve anything. And so, I mean, so I mean, it's like, even other targets try to be controlling and treat me like I don't have rights. And then when I say, well, hey, I don't like for you to, you know, address me as a little girl, and I'm 38 years old, and then they'll say that, well, oh, I'm walking on eggshells for you, or then they'll say you burn your bridges from people trying to help you, and then they'll act like as if they think that they can punish me. I mean, perp me, you know, perform perp acts towards me, you know, as a way to punish and discipline me. You know, or they think that they run my life. And so it's like, I don't want to hear about you being sabotaged when you know, when you think I don't have rights. As I said, you know, how many people who spent who got a brand new car with their tax refund, or traded the car they already have in for a newer one, or how many people, as I said, the lavish, fancy eating, and they can go take vacations at resorts, hotel resorts and stuff. But y'all mad at me over a 30-something dollar meal. Was under $30, but that was just a one-time thing, and then the rest I got things that I needed. And y'all, I mean, there's no reason for y'all to be doing this and think y'all got the authority to count for every penny that I spend, or you want to make try to play guessing games when I don't fully reveal how much this costs or what I spent that on. I mean, would you condemn me for buying would you condemn me for buying a $1 pack of soap from Dollar Tree? With inflation, I heard they raised the prices to $1.25. It's not $1 anymore. So am I supposed to not buy soap because if I spend an extra quarter, it's wasting my money? So anyway, I only got 3 hours of sleep last night. I think 3 hours. And I'm hoping I can sleep tonight. And I don't know if I'll take a bath or a shower tonight. I mean, I don't know. What if I do take a magnesium Epsom salt bath tonight? I don't know. I don't feel like taking an Epsom salt bath, but I guess I'll just take a regular bath and put a little oil, the jojoba oil, in the bath water. And I don't know if I'll comb my hair out and put the conditioner in it and stuff like that. But my hair seems like it's destroyed and ruined, damaged, But thanks for listening to me. I'm bored and suffering depression. And, I ain't got nothing better to do. I don't have anything better to do because I don't have a life and I need to get one. But then when I try to get one, that's sabotage and block too. Or, all these roadblocks and hurdles, stumbling blocks. So I'm going to just go take a bath. And I don't know as I said, I don't know if I'll do my, fix, I'm going to wash my hair too. But I'm going to take a bath and, I'm going to listen to some more Psalms in the Bible. I listened to some Christian songs earlier today, but I want to try to put add some more songs on, on the MP3 player and stuff like that, But, I want to continue writing, and the sleep deprivation is holding me back. Like, I was supposed to have been. I mean, it took me almost 3 years, and I'm still have not. I mean, I still, being held back with the big fiction book, or I don't know if it's called a novel. A big fiction book that I was, working on, and also the big nonfiction ebook, and so I'm too sleep deprived. I mean, short stories. Because it's like I gotta think better. And then the big fiction book, I have the two big books, fiction and nonfiction. I have some research to do, and so it's like I gotta have the proper mind for that. That's not sleep deprived. And so it seems like all I can do is just mentally. I can just do my short stories for now, or some journaling, or something like that, But I want to continue writing more, and even if everybody wants to ignore me, I'll still do it anyway, And I look back at the GoFundMe description. When I looked at my old GoFundMe description, it said nothing in the GoFundMe explanation about about seeking a brand new car. I mean, I mentioned about getting a stabilized place to live and maybe get to run a business or something. But, I didn't even mention brand new car. So I don't know where the online perps get that from. And I haven't had, and I thought about what if I put up another GoFundMe. I thought about it. What if I put up another GoFundMe? Because if other TIs can have a GoFundMe, then I have a right to have one too. And it's not fair. It's really not fair. Now, more people, like as I said, everybody got rights except me. You got rights, but I don't have any rights. I mean, if I committed a crime by having up a GoFundMe, then have the police come to where I'm at and have them come arrest me. Come and arrest me for whatever this crime I committed. Because you had a GoFundMe up too. And you asked me to promote your GoFundMe. This lady I'm talking about. This mentally off, slow retard that somehow, can't even simply spell super, S-U-P-E-R, super, but somehow you got a master's degree and $50,000 a year career, own a house and everything, have a brand new luxury SUV that you got rid of, but you asked me to promote your GoFundMe. So now all of a sudden, like, come on. Yeah, I've been stressing about this lady lately. So I mean, yeah. What if I put up another GoFundMe? To try to get permanent and stabilized, and because by mid-April, the way it's looking, by mid-April, I mean, I still haven't been able to find another job. So by mid-April, I'm probably going to end up back on the streets again. I'm not doing anything wrong or committing any sin by having a GoFundMe. Shucks, they got people with GoFundMe, PayPal, CashApp, a blog, a monetized YouTube cooking channel or gardening channel or prepper channel. And they're not called scammers and frauds. They get their respect. So why am I not allowed to make a living that way? Why am I not allowed to I can't get my YouTube video. I don't qualify to have them monetized, but I mean, I'm not allowed to, generate any income, any even passive income from my blog posts or, none of that. So it's like y'all gonna criminalize me for, just trying the best way I know how to fight to live and survive. And it's like y'all act like y'all want to deliberately drive me to want to just give up. It's being a targeted individual is like a daily battle for survival, a daily fight to survive. And it's like I'm trying all I can. If my books were to, if my books could make sales or if I had donations for my short stories or anything like that, then I may not have to be like, well, hey, I'm doing this video that I'm going to end up back on the streets, and then, it wouldn't even have to be all that. But it's like y'all are purposely suppressing me from living. As I said, it's like y'all deliberately want to deliberately and on purpose have me to be punished with being degraded with, a minimum wage, low wage part-time job despite having a bachelor's degree. And then I already told y'all how the system operates, that the landlords are saying that the 3.5 times the rent is not enough to get me a place. Or they don't even, and then they act rude and hurt your feelings and don't even give you the time of day, and you're not even allowed to ask questions. And these landlords, they're about, I mean, landlords and car dealerships, they're about nothing but money. They feel like they don't even tolerate 2 minutes of their time to be, to go to waste. So, I don't know, but I mean, it's like I would get criminalized just for drinking an 8-ounce bottle of water. You got something to say about that too? I'm greedy for an 8-ounce bottle of water to drink. A greedy pig. So, I'm just fighting for my rights. I mean, I'm not even asking for anything extravagant. I'm not saying I'm about to put up another GoFundMe, but I'm thinking about it. But why don't I have a right to make a living from writing? And, they have other poor writers out there too, but it's like y'all are threatened by the truth. Even if it's a fictionalized depiction of the truth, you're still threatened by that too. So, and then people try to make like as if I'm always pessimistic and negative, but y'all the ones when I try to strive for something positive or something good, y'all don't be the ones to always criticize and tear me down. And it's like, they don't even have humans on this earth no more. It's like almost everybody's a vile monster. It's like demons walking around this earth, and it's hard to find an actual human. So many people walking around possessed with legion. And then y'all reverse it on me and make it like I'm the demon possessed reprobate. As I said, I Google searched reprobate sociopaths, and gang stalking was one of the search results that come up. But I'm the one who's being targeted here, and I gang stalk nobody. And I didn't even get compensated a whole lot from my writings. I think in total, it's been like almost a year and a half. In total, I've had like less than $100 from the Amazon ebook sales. Some months I get no money at all. And you know what? That's fine. But you want to try to tear down and stop my blogs, stop my YouTube videos, stop everything. But it's like, I wonder why in general some targeted individuals seem like they got more freedom and rights than other targeted individuals. Like, if it's okay for one targeted individual to have a nice car, but another targeted individual, if they have an old used 1998 model car, and then you seek to destroy the car, and you do destroy that TI's car. But people make it like as if I'm such the mental nutcase and mentally incapable and slow. And then they try to make like I don't have that it ought to be a dangerous crime for me to write even forget ebooks, even for me to write my short stories. But I wanted to test something out. I'm still not done with all my skits that I wrote. I still got a couple of more skits to write once I mentally heal from the sleep deprivation. And I want to continue with the skits, maybe do some more short stories. I would like to work on the two big, the nonfiction and fiction ebook. But I also would like to test myself to write an actual novel, a fiction novel. Maybe if it's Christian based or or if it might have, you know, a theme of, targeted individuals, gang stalking, narcissistic abuse, MK Ultra, cults, and everything all in one. That's separate from the other big fiction book that I'm working on. I don't know. I'm just thinking about something. I don't know. But as I said, when other professed targeted individuals act like as if they're not even interested in my short stories, like as if they don't even want to be bothered. It's like, well, you following me and I'm following you on Twitter, and we're following each other, but you still act like you can't stand me or something, or like you don't like me or something, or like you avoid me. It's like, why am I following you, or why are you following me? But then another person said, well, oh man, the directed energy weapons are getting me hard today. And then they'll get like 45 retweets and 300 likes. But I could say the exact same thing, and it's like as if nobody saw it. And then, a narcissistic abuser would come in if I say, well, my tweets are being ignored, and then they have something rude and smart ass and trying to tell me off about myself or something. Again, like, it's like other professed targets, they all defend and respect each other and got each other's backs and everything. But when it comes to me, I'm even just still singled out. And these people who are still showing footage or pictures of their electronic harassment or, gang stalking and stuff. And so, they harassed me so bad that y'all thought I was trying to troll or be gross with the bloody diarrhea video that I did. But it's like, I was just showing for medical reasons, that y'all, whatever torture or torment that y'all are doing to me, to the point that I have to have bloody diarrhea. What is it y'all doing to me that I got to end up with bloody diarrhea? So then after you expose or show that, then okay, they'll stop with the forced diarrhea. But I think lately, being up in here, I may have gotten mild forced urination here and there, but I think I've been constipated lately and haven't been having, much doo-doo sessions, if you get what I mean, So, I kind of been feeling worried, wondering, I think I've been having like certain days of going, a week or two with no bowel movement, and then I start to get spooked being up in here. But I used to get a lot over, at the other motel, and I didn't even get dry skin or the seborrheic dermatitis. I didn't get it until I got in this motel, and I don't know why my seborrhea had flared back up again. So because with seborrheic dermatitis, seborrhea, you can shower and bathe every day, and you still got just that dry skin. It's a skin condition. It's not about being dirty or nasty. Because me and my twin sister and the foster sister April had it the worst, and I'm pretty sure April showered every day. We suffered that seborrheic dermatitis condition, with having patches of dandruff and irritated skin. But I know coconut oil is pretty good for that, to help soothe and heal. But the thing is, I'm feeling like I don't want to mess up the pillow, or I don't want to clog up the sink. So that's why I haven't been using the coconut oil. But I'm going to use the jojoba oil in my bath water, right after this video. And I've been talking longer than I intended. So, yeah. I mean, I'm just trying to think of some ideas on what to do. I feel like the next few weeks that I'm in here, I don't know how long y'all get to stay here, but I want to try to